Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to episode 12 of the Hallmark of Greatness podcast. A podcast dedicated to highlighting the beauty of all the Hallmark, Lifetime, straight-to-TV movies that don't get the admiration they fully deserve. I'm Anthony Burke, and with me as always are some well-respected gentlemen. He's currently observing a cannoli under a glass. It's Joseph Higgins.
How long has it been there? Why is it there? Who has it been there?
And he's been told off for climbing onto his roof and sunbathing naked. It's Craig Lowe.
Well, if you've got to do a full body, you've got to go full body, haven't you?
Getting attacked by seagulls.
Stop it now.
If you'd like to keep up to date with all things Hallmark of Greatness, you can follow the show on Twitter at Hallmark of Great and Instagram at Hallmark of Greatness. Or if you'd like to get in touch with any recommendations or thoughts or anything you think we may have missed, you can email the show at hallmarkofgreatness@gmail.com. 3 weeks in a row. Hi, guys.
There's also a Facebook page as well now.
There's also a Facebook page.
We relented and made a Facebook page. Yeah. I don't know how you find that. I'm assuming just look for it.
Search Hallmark of Greatness and
it'll be there.
Purple logo.
Yeah. We're going to try and do some stuff on there at some point once we figure out how to actually use it properly, because I'm an old man and it's all scary and mystifying to me.
It's not his top 12 friends on MySpace. He's lost.
It is. I only ever had Tom anyway.
Oh, lovely.
Never had MySpace.
No, because you're a youth, Anthony. That's your problem.
A relative youth.
Well,
compared to you two.
It's fine.
All right. All good?
Indeed.
Yeah. This was an unusual film that you picked.
Yeah, it is.
It was like a proper film.
Yeah, it was, with proper actors that have been in stuff that we've
Not
heard
just
of.
CSI.
I mean, we're still falling behind on the CSI.
Is there a CSI to come, though?
This is the things we live for.
Get into it. Off the menu. Predictions?
Right, I did something different this time because I couldn't really think of anything for this, but I found an online plot generator. I put in keywords. It's a bit like a Mad Libs, basically. So this is what it came up with. Off the menu. Helen Menu is a tall, bald, and admirable chef from New York. Her life is going nowhere until she meets Chip Off, a short man with a passion for food. Helen takes an instant disliking to Chip and the spiteful and creepy ways he has learnt during his years in England. However, when a mass murderer tries to mug Helen, Chip springs to the rescue. Helen begins to notice that Chip is actually rather brave at heart, but the pressures of Chip's job as a lawyer leave him blind to Helen's affections, and Helen takes up hot dog eating contests to try and distract herself. Finally, when a peculiar carpenter threatens to come between them, Chip has to act fast. But will they ever find the hot love that they deserve?
I mean, it was close.
I mean, there's less mass murderers and hot dog eating contests in this film.
Takes a real twist in the middle there.
I literally put in like some adjectives and the names, and it came up with all the rest of that. So that's romanceplots.com or whatever it was called. Would not recommend.
The film or romance?
The film's fine.
Craig, anything from the poster?
Yeah, from the poster again, very generic. I couldn't have guessed where it was heading based on the poster I saw. I believe there are multiple posters.
Yes.
So the one I saw was them literally in front of, having seen the film now, would be her secret chili field, but stood back to each other, which gave me nothing. It could have been two farmers making something off the menu. I mean, off the menu is literally nothing to do with this film. It's
apart from the fact that she...
But she doesn't have a menu.
No, she just says what the hell she pleases.
She has that special that's kind of off the menu-ish. Anyway.
It's all off the menu.
There is another one where they're stood sort of side to side, and it's clearly two different photos they've put together. Because he's not maintaining the eye line that she's looking at.
Oh, classic.
I love a broken eye line.
Yeah, it's a cracker. Would you like to? Oh, sorry, synopsis. Go on. Sorry, I'm too eager because this trailer's under 2 minutes long.
Yes. At last, the menu. A feisty female chef known for the best authentic food in all of the Southwest falls for the unlikely heir to a Mexican fast food franchise.
I mean, yeah, that does happen.
Yeah, right. that is just a part of this film.
That's the vast majority of this film, apart from some weird bits.
Fat people shenanigans.
Well, it doesn't mention the cereal dancing, but we'll get to that.
Sexy Kellogg's. Here's the official 1 minute 52 trailer.
Ah, damn it.
Look at the lengths people are going to eat your food, huh?
Could you share with us some of your culinary secrets?
Oh, fat people, don't trust them.
Facts. Tastes are evolving. I want you slumming it in every hole in the wall, every hidden gem, till we find our next big product.
It's not exactly written on a sign where to find the best food in New Mexico. Let me call you right back.
There's this woman, Javiera Torres. People come from all around to try the signature dish of hers.
There are food blogs dedicated to this woman. Joe, you have to go back.
It's really good.
Who are you cooking for?
Oh, please,
I approve.
I'm thinking about something I haven't done with anyone in years. You want to cook together?
Oh, it's like Enrique Iglesias.
It's too good to eat.
And you look too good to be true.
Now eat these floor cornflakes.
You had a very specific task, and instead I find you here with this woman?
She doesn't know who I am. Please let me.
We're in the last 5 minutes now.
Lighthouse family.
You want to steal my dish? My cooking is my life, and I won't let anyone make a mockery of it.
Was this all a joke to you?
No, it was real. I came here for you.
I think that trailer sold it rather short.
Yeah.
I really couldn't tell what was happening.
There wasn't any hint of the humour that was in there at all.
There was some fun bits in there, I will say. Some bits where I genuinely laughed.
Yeah.
And not out of pity, like in other films. Or just confusion or anger. Off the menu, we start off with an amazing song.
About New Mexico. Yeah. I loved it.
Chili's Our Love.
Yeah.
Sung by our star.
Yeah, apparently.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah,
sung by our which one?
Guy played Joel.
Okay.
The one that actually has singing and Broadway experience.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. It was a funky, upbeat song.
It was
with,
like
I assume, shots of New Mexico.
Yeah, a lot of
quite good, yeah.
drone shots and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, for some weird reason, we get a weird animated intro as well.
Literally 5 seconds of just a weird MS Paint animated intro that was like off the menu. It's like, this is... Was this the original one? Yeah.
There was literally a 5 second like little animated plate that said like off the menu.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it did. Yes, it did. Sorry,
You get your funky little song, you get your normal drone shots, and then cut to black for about 2 to 3 seconds of dead air, as if the editor's gone wrong, and then we've just slapped this in here.
Yeah. It's just a weird plate.
We had to get to the 90 odd minutes. Oh, it's 97 minutes, this one. So
yeah, it breaks the hour and a half rule, which means it's going to be good. We meet our male protagonist, Joel, who is running at 5:30 in the morning.
5 in the morning? What is he doing?
Daft bastard. I run at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, he's running on a treadmill at 5:20.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next thing he does is look like he's drowning.
Tethered swimming, mate. Tethered swimming.
He didn't look like he was swimming very well. He looked
like in The Simpsons.
Really struggling.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a real thing that people could do. Tethered swimming.
Well, you need some kind of resistance still.
You need the water to be flowing with you would imagine. Yeah. Otherwise, you're literally just
That's just treading water, isn't it?
Well, he just looked like he wasn't, doing very well.
I'm assuming it's to show that he's in training for his
Iron Man. He did say he's training for his Iron Man.
That we find out about.
You know Iron Man?
Yeah,
get ready for that joke 20 times.
Once or twice.
It's a good joke. I liked it.
His lady friend, I'm sure this was a conscious effort on behalf of the production. she was wearing yellow, and everything she had was yellow.
Yeah.
She had a bright yellow coffee maker, bright yellow suitcase, mug,
A
handbag,
jacket was
coat.
yellow. Yeah.
Or I think they may have won it all on a play your cards right style sort of win all this yellow tat. Yeah. His house is impossible. Like,
in what sense?
As in, it's one of those unbelievably posh people houses. But it had a piano in the kitchen.
Oh yeah. It looked like
It looked like it's a soulless, horrible affair.
Yeah, someone who's got too much money
and no style.
It's just empty. Yeah,
it's all chrome and glass.
Yeah,
everything's seen through a grey filter.
Yeah, which is very Matrix-like. Yeah.
Apart from her yellow stuff.
Well, I think that was the point of it.
Yeah, she was supposed to be the
fun,
the spark of joy in his otherwise dreary world. She complains that she can't find the coffee maker, but then later on is drinking tea anyway. So.
Yeah, she needed coffee in the morning.
But she found the coffee maker.
Instantly. Yeah. It was in the first drawer she looked at.
Yeah, to be fair, it's not a lot of places you can hide a coffee maker.
Is it that far?
It's in the coffee maker drawer. It was
where
labelled.
We meet the precocious child.
Early on, we moved very quickly between the two. The chef lady, who I still didn't know her name at this point.
I still don't know her name now, to be honest.
Javiera, I think she's called.
Javiera, Javiera.
Yeah, we moved very quickly between the two things, but we get to chef lady, is what I've called her, with her young kid, whose accent doesn't really lend itself to her.
Right now,
here we go.
Not wanting to be all thingy, but why is her child so white and her mother is so Hispanic?
Again, I said not mention it. I assume the father
was an albino,
was white, and maybe perhaps he had the dominant gene.
There's no traits.
I just can't get over the accent, which we find out later on. If she lives with her mother, who's got very Spanish accent,
yes, and her grandmother and her
grandmother, pretty much everyone,
the entire town
where she lives has that accent.
And yet she
has nothing like that. No.
She does do some Spanish speaking later on.
She does.
But sounds very forced. And I'm like, not natural if you were growing up in a multilingual household. No.
But
it's fine.
Yeah. She was quite a good actress, actually, to the good.
We see him cycling to work in his full Sky replica kit.
At the Tortilla Hut. He works at the Tortilla Hut.
Yes. Which is a cross between Pizza Hut and Taco
Bell.
I
don't know.
Where he is a high up person in it.
But he
says he's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer.
Of course he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
They're always a lawyer.
From what I could gather, their granddad or great granddad founded it.
Yeah, he's third generation.
Right? Yeah.
Third generation, him and his sister, yeah.
Yeah. So his sister kind of runs it, and he can't be asked to do anything with it, but he's there anyway.
Yes, which is why his assistant took the job, so that he could usurp him at some point.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, I didn't understand either.
Don't think that's how assistanting works.
No, I don't think you can just 1 minute.
My boss has gone. Now I'm the boss.
In hospitals, 1 minute you're cleaning the corridors, and the next minute open heart surgery. Yes,
it works.
Does it? I did like the joke of him leaving his bike just in the hall and people just climbing over it constantly rather than moving it, which I thought was a fun bit. Is he supposed to be an unlikable jerk?
I think so, yeah, at the start.
I think that's how he's a Richie Rich stereotype, isn't he?
Because there was a bit when he was riding his bike and he cuts someone off and there's like a noise off screen as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I assume that was some kind of joke, but...
kind of joke, yeah. It's fine.
We do see, in between this, by the way, chef lady, who, again, we didn't know her name up to this point, and her friends at what I assume is her cafe, they see an advert for Tortilla Hut, and they get very angry at Tortilla Hut for being cheap and nasty.
5 tacos for $1.
Yeah.
That's cheaper than The Simpsons.
They advertise it as the huge and hearty thing, but then the advert is literally the largest man they could find with the smallest.
I was going to say, that burrito, I've eaten bigger burritos than that.
You could fold a tortilla and it'd still be bigger.
At this point, I think we could all guess what was going to happen. He was going to have to go down there and pretend like he wasn't from Tortilla Hut or whatever it was. And
then they were going to find, and he's going to steal a recipe. Yeah, we got that. It was
all
fine.
Pretty quickly.
He claims he doesn't like Mexican food as he has a Jewish stomach.
Even though they're Irish, is what she says.
Yeah.
His sister.
I didn't know a Jewish stomach was a thing, but here we are.
I've seen it on other things I wouldn't like to specifically say what it could be, but I'm sure it's something to do with
having a delicate stomach, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think it's acid and stuff like that. It's, well, from what I can gather off all the TV programs.
Yes. We cut back to... Oh, no, sorry. He doesn't want to do it. He tries getting everyone else... They're trying to reboot the brand.
They're trying to get new ideas.
Well, they're trying to get a new recipe because they've lost 19% of their sales the previous year, which is still millions and millions and millions of dollars in revenue that they've made, but they've just made slightly less.
Yeah. But they got shareholders, probably.
Yeah. It's not about profits, it's about growth.
Yes. So he has to take the Southwest, is it?
Yeah, he wasn't really listening.
No. He tries to fob it off on a pregnant lady.
Yeah. His sister, who is essentially running the company, suggests that he goes to the Southwest to try and get some new recipes. She sends someone else to what I can only assume was the Arctic.
Canada? Yeah, because later on, he's fighting polar bears at one point.
But yeah, Joel, as the main man is called, has to go to the Southwest. New Mexico specifically.
Is this how fast food restaurants work? Do you think that there's somebody at McDonald's head office going around all the hamburger joints around America trying to find what else they can put on a beef patty?
I think you've reached maximum saturation of what you can put on a burger, haven't you, really?
Yeah.
But I've never been to like a...
Tortilla Hut. It wouldn't surprise me if they did send them to Mexico or wherever it is where Mexican food to try and get some ideas. Maybe not quite as... You go there, you go there, you go there. They'll have people there anyway.
Mexican food isn't complicated, though. It's literally...
I mean, I'm not getting into that whole viper's nest of insulting a whole culture's food, Craig.
Tomato.
It is mostly just beans, rice, flour arranged in various combinations, isn't it?
And chilies. Did you not watch this film?
Chilies.
No, chilies is New Mexican, not Mexican.
Yeah.
That's what differentiates Mexican food from New Mexican food.
Were you not paying attention during the tour?
Yeah. That was the whole point of the chilies.
No, it really wasn't.
Her daughter is doing homework. Her mother goes over to help her while brandishing a knife, which is nice, isn't it? That's
how you get the kids to do the homework.
Yeah, threaten them with blades. Yeah.
I don't have kids, but I'm pretty sure a knife would work.
Oh, and then she tells her the story of how they come to own this particular brand of chili.
We had a weird flashback.
Weird flashback of two old men smiling at each other. Didn't understand
chili,
that.
I think?
Yeah, handed over the seeds to the chili.
That's what it seeds.
Which she then cuts out of the chili and blows directly into her daughter's eyes and face.
Thus blinding her for
Thus
life.
blinding her and then easier to stab with the knife.
It's all about chilies for this family, and it's a family secret where the chili farm is.
Yep, despite only living in a small town, a population of 847, no one knows where this chili farm is.
Nobody's thought to follow it on a daily trip.
Past the chili farm, and you never see them again.
Nope, it's like the Bermuda Triangle of
it's literally a large plot of land with keep out with a load of chili plants behind it.
Yeah,
it's not Sherlock Holmes needed.
And someone up there visiting it at least 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Because I think New Mexico's fairly dry, isn't it? So that's going to need water in.
I believe there's a lot of desert area.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the most subtle place in the world.
He's driving along through New Mexico, stopping at various places. He stares at a big fat man eating something in a cafe.
Can I very quickly interrupt you very, very, very quickly?
Go for it.
You just left out the minor important part of the girlfriend is actually leaving him.
Oh yeah, she leaves him because he's no fun.
When he comes back from this meeting to say that they're going to New Mexico, he comes back from the meeting to say, well, I think he's told that they're moving to New Mexico, and she's already said she's leaving because he doesn't make her laugh.
I mean, that's all I've got going for me.
Yeah.
I don't even have that.
No.
Hence, single. Hey, back to driving to New Mexico.
Yeah, he he gets his car impounded. He stops at various places and tries the food. He stares at a big fat man.
He gets a bowl of soup that apparently is the national dish of New Mexico.
Yeah, absolutely fills his trousers with excitement over that bowl of green soup. Puts it in a bag and sends it to someone.
It was like a weird... Yeah, that was... God.
Garlic soup, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Have you seen Ratatouille?
Garlic and chili.
Yes, I've seen Ratatouille.
You know when at the end he eats the Ratatouille and it sends him back to childhood and they have that weird... There's a weird...
Yeah,
that's
the zoom in.
I'm pretty sure that's where they stole it from on this film.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It happens 2 or 3 times where he eats a bite of food and you kind of zoom in and light appears.
There's a lot of wet food mouth noises in this film. Did not care for. Especially with those big fat people later on.
Evil fat people.
Yeah, he asks another big fat man where the best food in town is. Who we see later on smoking a big cigar while he cycles past him for no reason. I was like, is that someone famous? Nope, just random guy. His car then gets impounded for not being registered or something.
Yeah,
because his assistant failed to do it.
His license wasn't renewed, so they took his
car away. Yeah. He makes his way
until he renews his license.
Yes. Which he has to go speak to the DA of this town, who has apparently gone fishing.
Has gone fishing with no G. He makes a point of that.
Yeah, well, it's because he's cool. He's trendy.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I was like, okay, this is insane. He makes his way into this town. He has a yell at his sister, and he's like, this doesn't just appear on the side of the wall or something. And then a van behind him appears with New Mexico food tours.
Yeah. And we're introduced to...
Which is run by... I think
Moustache.
We did meet him maybe a couple of scenes before because I wrote down that he's the guy who's running these tours. Kevin is what he's called, with his moustache and trilby hat.
Yeah.
I know. He's dating Javiera?
Yes.
And her mum doesn't particularly like him because they start laughing. She laughs with a customer about him potentially getting run over by a tractor.
Yeah.
Or a truck.
She says a truck first.
And they just laugh it off.
And then she's like, oh no, he could survive a truck, maybe a tractor. And I'm like, damn, she's cold.
Yeah. And they just laugh in their way. Like,
yeah, he's trying to get
you might
involved with her to make her sign and stuff.
She runs the...
he doesn't know He doesn't know his daughter's name. He doesn't know her daughter's name. He keeps calling her Sophie.
And it's Sophia.
Instead of Sophia.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's not hard.
Here, mate. This is not a hard name to try and recognise.
All that glue, he's got a sniffing from holding his moustache on, probably. He's not doing it.
I don't understand how there was a culinary tour. I think it was what it was called? Something like that. When they do mention later on that her cafe/restaurant is the only one within 35 miles or something like that.
Yeah, they have to drive out to like
That's a lot
San Jose or
distance
something.
for a tour.
Well, no, they go to a market where they're roasting some chilies as well.
Yeah,
in a big tombola.
They go to a farm.
So. Yeah. You put money on to see which one you get.
It's a chili. Well done. You've won.
Okay, fair enough. I'll let that slide.
He follows them to the cafe where he sits outside while they're all eating stuff inside, including the 2 big fat gross people that he sort of insulted before.
Yeah, but
accidentally
brought more attention to himself than needed. He was having a conversation, said it's stuff that fat people would eat, and then stops.
Yeah, he's on about junk food, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's on about junk food with his sister.
Just keep walking.
Just go, you are
keep
fat.
on walking. Yeah. Nothing to do with you, fatty.
The big fat people are eating stuff and making all sorts of noises. Ugh, it's awful.
Trying to guess what's in the food.
Yeah, it's one of 4 things, mate.
Pork. I can taste the beans. There's rice in there.
Yeah. No, there's apple, isn't there? There's apple.
There is apple
the
in
fat
there.
woman nearly slides off a chair because of that. Yeah.
It's apple.
It's gross. Don't care for pork at the best of times.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah. Nope.
And then Grandma comes out and says, "Why are you sitting outside, sad man? Come inside and have something to eat, basically."
Yeah.
And he makes up a story about his fiance leaving him, but I didn't think they were engaged.
No, I thought they were just like boyfriend girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever noted whether
he says
sure
fiance.
Noted, yeah, fair enough.
So she invites him in. The two fat people get narky because he wasn't on the tour.
Yeah, you're not on the tour. You're getting free food. We're enjoying this food.
Free food.
Well, I'm sure they've paid for it. But
yeah.
So he gets pushed backwards through the door in hilarious comedy. Get out of here, sort of thing. Not before the
waiter,
waiter slash plate smasher slash plot device. I don't know. Gives him an empanada.
It looks like the lad who's in Spider-Man.
No, he's actually, and it took me a minute to realise, he's the younger brother of the main actor in Grand Budapest Hotel, who plays the bellhop in that.
Ah.
They look identical.
Yeah, they have I thought I'd seen him in something. Yeah, he gives him an empanada. He eats it, and it does that close up.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's an empanada. You thought it was a big Cornish pasty, didn't you?
Yeah, it's a big Cornish pasty.
I've written down, waiter gives him big pasty.
No, it's an empanada.
Which he wants.
Yep.
Okay. What's the difference?
They're exactly the same thing, I think. I think
Right
empanadas are fried rather than baked. But I may be wrong. I'm not an expert.
Okay.
Old El Paso kits is about my limit.
I thought you were.
No, I never claimed to be.
No. He eats the empanada, which he again loves, and you have another weird. He calls his sister to tell her about this.
Have you had one of these empanadas?
Done his job.
Get off the phone, Joel.
Have you heard of this empanada?
Have you had any of this Mexican food?
What is Mexican?
It's muy delicioso.
Bueno.
Aye.
And then I think is it at this point?
You get a sex joke.
Is it at this point her mum starts doing sex jokes?
Yeah,
because I can't remember what the question was. I can't remember if it's the fat guy or it's her who says from behind.
Yes.
He asked the fat guy asked her, "Would you mind sharing some of your recipe secrets?" And she says to him, "Would you mind telling me how you make love?" As if it's like an inappropriate question, and he just goes from behind.
She should have gone. She should have gone. Well, I'm not surprised looking at that. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, we're not in Hallmark country here.
Hallmark, no,
we're not in Kansas anymore." It shows him walking through the town, and the town is full of Mexican people doing Mexican things. One man playing a guitar, two men playing dominoes, a man just throwing buckets of water around the place. Like he's ripped on. Yeah, Hispanic ripped on. No, Rip Taylor. Sorry, yeah. Ripped. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't understand. He gets spat at by. He goes. Is this when he gets spat at by a llama that's just in the street tied to a post?
Yeah, he's walking around the street on the phone again because I think his sister mentions that his inheritance is on the line.
Which is
the first and only. It's the first and only time we hear that.
Yeah, they're ratcheting it up.
Yeah. Yeah, and he seems to just be bumping into all kinds of characters and
I'm surprised
kind of offending them, but not offending them.
Just
because he's the new white guy in the town.
The new gringo,
everyone was staring. And
turns out he's a lawyer, which we already knew, but he announces it.
I'm a lawyer.
Yep. For some reason, I've got magical food is magical. I don't know. Is this when he goes running? No, has he found a place to stay yet?
No, this is the.
No.
Yeah. I know it was a bit all over the place to start with this film early on.
It's the montage. Where... He goes to the place where they say he's have a hotel, and he says something, looks away, and the person says no occupado,
no vacancy,
or whatever. Yeah.
But this is also the bit where he sees Javiera and her boyfriend Kevin. Kevin gives her a contract for something that we don't know of yet, and they kind of bump into each other, and this is where the fake punch.
Was this where the first fight happened?
Yeah. The first non-fight, freeze frame fight.
So as Moustache Man goes to punch him, it does that. It literally freeze frames. And
frames.
I was
disappointed.
A
monologue over it.
I don't remember why they were punching. To be honest, Kevin's.
Why did you ruin my tour?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Kevin's angry that the tour had been ruined.
But it would appear that Kevin's first response to everything is hitting. So she does well to
Doesn't
avoid
matter who.
marrying him in the end. Yeah, because they don't change.
But he suggests to Javiera, this is Joel, that in exchange for a bit of food, because he's got nowhere to eat, he'll look over the contract because he is a lawyer to make sure it's above board.
Yeah. And did I mention I'm a lawyer?
Yeah.
He's also a lawyer.
He also gets a snow cone off the man and says the same as him, but with no flavour because sugar causes cancer.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Which is kind of a jerk thing to do, but there we go.
Because he's doing an Iron Man, and you don't
can have
sugar.
You know Iron Man?
Yes, I know.
All I've got now is just like the famous Chili Awards.
Famous Chili Awards.
I don't know.
I think you might have watched a different film at this point.
No. She says the Chili won all the Chili Awards.
Okay.
I don't know.
Have I got that down? The next bit I've got is that he looks over the contract and he loves the food that she's made him, which was like a 3-tiered tortilla.
It was a triple decker tortilla with a fried egg on top and a few gherkins. And I was like, you don't put egg on
there you go. Joe knows everything.
It looked nice. I'd have eaten it.
It's very nice.
Very food porn.
He mentions about the contract that it's a little bit sketchy because it's Kevin's managed to get a 60-40 in his favour. Importantly, her recipes aren't protected, which I think we find out later on that her ex-husband stole some recipes.
No, her ex-husband was jealous. Her ex-husband was like, "Oh, we're look at us, we're two great chefs," and it's like, "Oh, look, she's a brilliant chef," and then he's like, "Fucking hate you, you're a fucking good chef."
Yeah, because she was better than him.
Yeah. So, but he went away with someone else, and I think took her ideas at the very least.
Possibly, yeah.
Restaurant. I'm pretty sure she mentioned it. Anyway, so the recipes aren't protected. And at this point, I just wrote down everyone is really low energy in this film.
Yeah.
Because it was very...
Apart from the last sort of 10 minutes where they had to show willing, everyone felt kind of like they couldn't be bothered.
All right.
It was a paycheck.
Yes, that's exactly what I felt like through most of the film until the last, like, say,
is this where we get the town festival?
Yes. I put Joel's integrating into the community at a fiesta.
Yeah, which I don't know. Felt kind of racist to me. That, but also more sex talk from her mum. Filthy mouth on her. She has. When she's talking about.
Why? Which one was that?
When she's talking about Javier's dad, her husband.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, and the sex wasn't bad either." It was like.
But he was a horrible man, Mum.
He was a horrible man and he hurt you. Yeah, but when it hurt, sometimes it was nice or something, she says.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, like putting rice onto a plate. It was, At this point, I was like, well, yeah, we're well beyond the boundaries of good taste.
Joel comments quite a lot because Javiera makes a signature dish, which apparently she only makes once a week. It's the best thing anyone's ever eaten, and it's only for friends and family.
Spoiler alert, she could make this in like 5 minutes. It's a non-dish. It's a non-dish.
She only makes it when she's happy, which is key for slightly later when she...
Like me and lasagna, yeah. You don't know how long it took to prepare that, Craig. That chili could be soaked in stuff or something.
It
clearly isn't.
The raw chili with a bit of mustard on top and a couple of gherkins.
It might be slightly roasted. Then I get Galileo is God, because they seem to go on about Galileo for quite some time.
Joel has issues with Galileo, and I don't understand why.
He's very drunk because he's drinking at a higher altitude, which he should have known better than. And so he's had 2 beers.
What are you thinking if you're training for an Iron Man?
He's bored, isn't he? And I think he's trying to ingratiate himself with the community.
He's still trying to train. You're still in your head. Given that he's not wanting sugar or anything else, you still think, I can't have a drink because I'm in training.
Had 2 Mexican meals now. He's well off the wagon.
That's true. Yeah.
He's drinking tequila in the background with them lads. He's having a whale of a time.
Javiera's daughter really likes Joel as well.
For some reason. Probably because he's the only drink guy in town.
He seems to bond with the young child, which is questionable.
Yeah, and you haven't got a pervy moustache. Yeah.
He falls asleep in Javiera's truck.
Yep.
Bit weird, isn't it?
I was a bit like, how leathered is he?
She offered, yeah. Well, she doesn't offer
because it's a
his daughter offers to give him a lift back to. I thought they were all in the same mini town.
It's a very small town. Yeah,
it's literally a square.
They need to get in the truck to get home, and he
gets in, falls asleep, wakes up the next morning with a sign saying "Wait in the truck." He disregards this straight away.
Unbelievable.
And
for all he
finds
knows, could be some kind of robbery going on.
Could be surrounded by landmines. A lot of things. You know, she could have parked it in a safari park. All these things are possible. He gets out and he stumbles across the secret garden of chili growing, which is just off the main road, as it looks like.
Yeah, take a left at you at the next junction. You're there. She's picking some chilies. Javiera.
He then picks one, bites into it, and goes, "That's a nice chili," which is a thing no one's ever done ever, because that's mental.
I just put bonding because they seem to. I think that's kind of.
Yeah, they start telling each other stories, don't they? About like her grandfather and his grandfather had similar visions for stuff, and they've lost their way along the way, and it was all very.
He asked her out on a date. That's not a date.
They're going for dinner.
Yeah.
There's a very, very sexy door unlocking when she goes to pick him up. She leans over to take the unlock off the door. Sexy slow motion.
What is this?
It's a weird slow motion scene of.
It could have been 95 minutes long, this film, if you'd got all the slow mo.
It's bizarre. It lasted forever and just checking each other out. Have we gone past the part where he stole a chili?
Oh no, sorry, this is before that. Yeah, he's on the phone to his sister, and she's like, you must rob food," and he's like, "Okay."
They want to reverse engineer a chili,
which they could very easily do. Just take the seeds from it.
I don't think that's how fucking fast food restaurants work.
No, that works because they got top scientists. Who? Top scientists.
Oh man. You could just take the seeds from it.
Yeah,
and grow them.
Grow your own. That's all she's doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's doing. He stole a chili.
Yeah, he gets caught by Sophia, sort of caught.
She doesn't see him take a chili, but she gives him. I'm not sure what it was in the end.
A little rabbit or a cat.
Small little rabbit. Yeah.
And she said it. Did she say it was for luck? I'm pretty sure she said it was.
She said it's for bum luck, which I don't know what that means. I don't know what she thinks.
Did she say bum luck?
Yeah, bum luck. Yeah. Well, it's a recurring joke really where she confuses phrases that are really unconfusable, and this is one of them where it's like confuses bad luck for bum luck.
Yeah, I don't know what she's expecting to happen with a man later, but
she must really like him and want him to be the dad because.
Well,
she's come in there to just leave the cornflakes on the top, going, "There you go, ma'am."
Sexiest of all the cornflakes.
They close to that part.
They do. No. They go to the restaurant. They have a very sexy talk about zinc. Zinc. It's. I couldn't live in a world without zinc.
Sexiest of all the elements.
It increases your sperm count, and it's found in oysters. That's the.
Yep.
It's factual, so I can't fault it at that.
We'll learn something.
They come over to read out the specials, and one of them is her special that she served those disgusting fat people before.
Fucking fatty fatters.
She
then goes
F out.
Yeah, she goes absolutely cat's balls mental. Storms into the kitchen and accuses them of war crimes.
I thought this was going to be because I think she had mentioned about her husband leaving her at this point. And I thought, oh, well, she must have gone to a restaurant that she didn't know that was her ex-husband's. No, it's just a fat couple stole
it's just a picture of the fat couple in the kitchen. In the kitchen, not in the main dining room, just there in the kitchen.
Yeah.
She goes absolutely insane, comes back outside, and then just kisses Joel.
No, they have a drink, because she was like, we're not having a drink either. And then, they're both getting leathered at the bar. Your man, Mr. Moustache, comes over and goes, well. And then she's like, oh, I thought you were doing work. And then a blonde woman comes over and goes, I counted to 10. And then Joel goes, well, back. So that was a nice bit of script writing. He then goes to
Kevin
punch.
had been cheating on Javiera, but we've got Craig's favourite joke when the blonde lady leaves.
Oh, go on.
Where she goes, "Who are you? You supposed to be his girlfriend?" I was like, "Oh, you dick!"
And just walks off.
And then just walks off with
I'm just like, brilliant. Just properly off the cuff.
Almost like that wasn't scripted. And she was told to just ad-lib something.
Just improvise.
It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful. It just caught me completely off guard. I was just like, brilliant. That's ace.
There is then another punch. He tries to punch Joel again.
Yeah, another freeze frame Wonder Years punch where Fred Savage is narrating something from his past.
I bet you're wondering how I got into this situation.
It was in my head. It was Rocky versus Apollo Creed. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
2 or 3 when they freeze frame. Ding ding.
But Javier gets in the way and receives the exact same bruising as everyone else has done.
He clearly doesn't punch very hard because
he's a spindly-legged arm and moustache man. No.
And I'm sorry, if you were in a bar and a restaurant and you saw a man punch a woman, the rest of your night is spent answering questions from the local constabulary.
Or picking your teeth up off the floor, yes.
Not for these two, it's sexy.
No. Now they go back to the cafe and have a bit of a intimate talk. And then she's like, I want to do something that I haven't done with someone for a very long time. And I'm going, here we go, bum luck. She's going, do you want to cook together? And I was like, oh.
The disappointing thing was, he didn't go, no.
I thought we were going to do it.
That's weird.
So I've got, it's erotic. It's like 9.5 weeks.
She gets him to pick out various ingredients. Which are all in her
rice, beans, tortillas.
And she's like, no, that's too easy.
She's a very good chef.
That's too easy. Get something else. Here's a box of cornflakes and your own chili jam.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Ideas for a program based on this. Ready, steady, fuck. Or masturbation chef.
Nice.
Brilliant.
I left with this. Let's start too good, didn't I?
We got the weirdest scene. One of the weirdest scenes I think I've ever seen.
Yeah. So during all of this sexy chopping and stuff like that, she puts a tea towel on the floor, sprinkles cornflakes on it, puts another tea towel on top of it.
Takes her shoes off.
Obviously. She's not a monster. And then proceeds to do sexy dancing on top of the cornflakes.
On the cereal.
On the cereal.
I'm sorry. It's cutting the feet to shreds, that. I'm sorry, you're dancing on cornflakes.
They're protective power
towel on top.
Towels.
that thin tea towel over the top. I'm sorry, a bit of sharp corner sticks up out of that. I'm sorry.
They weren't crunchy nut. It's fine. If they were frosty, she'd have been in trouble.
Rather than using, I don't know, a rolling pin or something to shatter the cornflakes.
I mean, rolling pin would have been sexy, wouldn't it? If she was bashing it like that. That'd have been like
sexy cereal dancing.
That's possibly the bizarrest scene I've ever seen in any film ever.
And all she does is sprinkle on top of a shepherd's pie.
Big shepherd's pie she's made.
Big shepherd's pie for 2 of them.
Yep. Yeah, well, you need your strength. She takes it out of the oven, takes a forkful of it, blows on it once, and then makes him eat it. And I'm like, that's going to be furiously hot.
Can I put that whilst all this sexy dancing and cooking's going on, her mum's in the front room.
Oh, drinking the never-ending glass of tequila.
Yeah. She's doing the books or something like that, and calls a friend to say that he might be the Juan.
Yeah, they're cooking together.
Yeah, and I'm like, it would have been worse if she'd have looked through and they'd been bumming.
Yeah, it's an odd scene, but really stands out in the film.
Yeah, it makes the film.
Yeah,
it's memorable. Yeah, I'll give it that.
And now we're dating.
Yeah, and now we're doing all
that together, and then we fast forward to
montage of doing different things.
All these different things.
He's ignoring his sister's calls.
Right, but his phone screen has Taco Hut as a screensaver on it. Tortilla Hut, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
At no point does she go, why have you got that as a screensaver? Because he turns it over about 3 times to hide it from her.
Yeah. He keeps ignoring his...
Take a picture of both of you.
His sister and his assistant are trying to call him, obviously, to try and get information.
His assistant has now taken his office. as well.
Yeah, just thrown his name badge and a couple of pictures in the bin and gone, right, now I work here.
At least take them out of the frames. Frames are expensive.
Yeah, put your own in, yeah. Use your brains.
Or just pictures of random people like in that one the other week.
Yeah, that's true. After all this montage of him getting along and obviously falling in love with Javiera and the
town
daughter,
and everyone liking
the town, yeah. He comes into the cafe one day and, surprise, surprise, his sister, I can't remember her name now, it's like Stacey or something.
Sister.
Let's
just call her
generic
sister.
white woman name,
Yeah, sister and assistant are there to, well, surprise
eat the food.
Yeah.
Yes,
have something to eat.
Eat the food / steal the food.
Take a bite, put it in a Tupperware.
Tupperware. Yeah.
Tupperware.
And she's like, oh, okay, fair enough. And then in the kitchen, because they've decided to run old adverts, she sees Joel.
Joel says to them, just, I've not told her yet who I am regarding Tortilla Hut, so just let me explain first. So obviously Javiera was going to find out before he had a chance to tell him because.
Well, you see, you wouldn't get the revenge, would you? Then though, the advert on TV is him and his sister from a long time ago, apparently. Although it doesn't look like a long time ago.
It looks like it was filmed the day before.
Yeah, and she's like, "You bastard!" And he literally says, "Please let me explain."
Let me explain
to her, and she's like, "No." They try and steal the food. He busts them. They stomp off.
Add this to your accent list, if you will, Joe. Your accurate accent list.
Oh.
No.
Oh, let's do that for everything because they always just go, no, don't they? They don't want to listen. Yeah. Like, even though
they don't
literally a brief explanation would have solved all this and he wouldn't have had to cycle 800 miles.
960.
It'd be better if he was on a piano going sideways.
I thought, because Joel's sister tried to steal the food so that she could take it back to reverse engineer it. And Joel stops her from doing that.
Yes.
And I thought, so Javier is going to realise that, maybe he's not an arse and he is trying to be nice. But no, she didn't spot
Too soon. He's got to go away and become a better man.
Because he said they'll compensate her.
Yes. You were going to be compensated, he says.
Yeah.
And she's like, get out. So
unlimited Tortilla Hut meals for the rest of your life.
The Tortilla Hut black card, yeah. So he goes back to California, is it they were from?
Irvine, California.
Irvine, yeah. And he's miserable constantly. Yeah. He's just moping about.
Because he's moping and drinking.
He's moping, he's drinking. He's drinking in his indoor pool while wistfully kicking the water with one foot. He orders a takeaway Mexican meal and drinks it with his whiskey while his phone is in a tiny measuring jug, which is fun, isn't it? That's a nice thing. I don't know why you do that, but maybe he's measuring.
I only assume it was to amplify sound, but
unless
they're going to show us that he's watching something.
He's in a house like that, and he's not got like a built-in Bluetooth in his kitchen or something. No, I refuse to believe it.
Oh no, yeah. Well,
that piano's just for show.
Yeah. No one plays it. It turns out they're both miserable because Javiera was also moping around and not making her special dishes.
Yeah, not making.
Oh, we never pointed out. That was a point. The food that his sister was trying to steal was Javier's special dish that she made because she was
sunrise of New Mexico or something it was called, wasn't it?
Surprise.
Something that.
That's how we knew she was happy with Joel, because she was making a special dish for friends and family.
Because she literally just put a fucking green chili on a plate and put some mustard on the side of it and gone, there you go, you bastards, eat that.
You're not letting this go, are you? That's like...
No, I was expecting some really delicious looking dish. They just
it looked nice out of it.
It looked all right.
Harvey's mum used to make a stuffed chili thing that was really good.
It's not stuffed.
It didn't look like a special thing that was only a once a week
stuff
deal.
In it. It had like tomatoes and onions.
It had a few bits.
I'm going to find a picture and post this, right? Means I have to watch the film again. So
fucking disgraceful. People hanging around town for a month for this fucking dish. It's a green chili with some old El Paso sauce on top.
Guacamole.
There was some salsa there, I'm sure.
He's in a board meeting, which the now assistant boss man is leading. So he shows a very bizarre video that doesn't really go anywhere. It was so weird. And then he goes, ta-da, and unveils what looks
Here's a
like
new dish.
what looks like some
just
dog
a
plops in a tortilla. Yeah,
They look like regular tacos with stuff on it. But the key thing was the
making me
sachet
wonder.
of chili sauce. Oh, it looked awful.
What was the point of this whole exercise of sending people around the country if you're going to substitute everything that was in the dish with stuff that you have on
the sachet of chili sauce they got was what they could reverse engineer from the chili that they stole.
No, they didn't steal the chili because he threw the chili in the bin because that homeless man eats it.
Just generic green chilies.
It was just chili sauce.
Yeah,
it wasn't special chili.
It wasn't mentioned that they managed to. This was as close as they could get.
I think it was just chili sauce.
Yeah, it was just green chili sauce.
I think the thing was with it, you were expecting them to lift up that cloche and underneath
and
it's
going to be the same dish.
That same dish, but it wasn't. It was just some dog Todd casserole.
Making the whole film fucking pointless.
Kind of irrelevant.
They literally just served the same dish that they were serving anyway. It was just a bloody taco.
But they're using cheaper meat and they're using like
gooey cheese.
Cheaper.
It was gooey-licious.
Oh yeah, because when they're stomping off out of the cafe before, she's like, "You don't know where your food comes from. I know where everything in this restaurant comes from." Mrs.
Jean
Jenkins
gives me the goats.
Yeah,
and I get my flour from it. Yeah,
yeah.
Just like fucking hell.
Whereas the gooey-licious cheese is reverse engineered, which I don't understand what that means.
Frankenstein cheese.
Joel, in that meeting, says you'll never get close to the chilies that were down south.
Yeah, and he hands in his gun and his badge.
Yeah, throws down some car keys to a car that we haven't seen at all in this film. I'm presuming
it got towed, so it's probably still in an impound lot in New Mexico, to be honest.
No, yeah. She does when they're falling in love. She does mention now that your car's back. This doesn't mean you have to leave us. Yeah. So he obviously must have got his license back and got his car back.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Have we had the bit where he runs into his ex?
This is now when he's being miserable.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote it all kind of
where Yellowcoat arrives again.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden she's engaged as well. As far as we know, 2 weeks has passed, and she's
he says he's been back a while. She says how long you've been back, and he says a while, which doesn't really mean anything. But
he's got a 5 o'clock shadow that implies that it's been like 6 months, surely.
I'm assuming
I'd say like a month from the start of the entire operation to the end of the film. I'd say a month has passed.
Because she's engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't hang about, does she? She's a fun lass.
She did. She went about for ages with her.
She went to Yellow Club and found somebody else who liked yellow shit.
Someone with
jaundice.
jaundice.
She did. She went to a comedy store, laughed at the first guy, and got engaged to him.
Probably, yeah.
This guy makes me laugh.
But no, it shows that he's grown. It's shown that he is now like accepting of other people's views and that he's a bigger person.
I think he apologizes to her, doesn't he?
He does apologize for being a jerk to her.
He apologizes to her and he makes her laugh. And it's like, look, I'm the better person. Fuck you.
Yeah. Also, I think when he handed his badge and gun in, it literally went. There's a little trumpet noise that happened, which I was like,
a couple of moments like that.
Man, is this racist? I don't know. It's like Lucha Underground. At least they're like Hispanic.
You knew you bring wrestling in.
Child Sophia is now like, I'm going to trek over to Irvine to get my Joel back. Yeah, all I have is a map and a highlighter.
But you've missed where he sets off on his journey. After he bumps into his ex, who I don't think we have a name for her, that's when he makes the decision that he's going to cycle to New Mexico. Country. 900 miles total. And to be with her?
Take a grand total of 3 days, exactly 72 hours to cycle from Irvine, California to Nuevo, New Mexico.
With no sleep or Todd
breaks. And just cycling in general. You're not going to cycle for more than like 5-6 hours before you need to rest the rest of the day.
This is the power of his Ironman training. This is the power of tethered swimming. This is
the power of the power of him not sweating in the same shirt the entire way there.
Oh, he's a full sky.
A drop of sweat on him.
Full sky replica kit.
He doesn't have the Sky replica kit this time because he's down to earth. He's got a backwards cap and a grey shirt on. Yes. And that's all he's taken with him. And that grey shirt for driving through the New Mexico desert looks spanking new.
Yeah, well, he's not doing that, is he?
He does. After the cycling, he turns up in wherever it is. I can't remember what you said it's called. Villanueva, did you say?
Villanueva, yes.
He tells Javiera he loves her and that he's going to move there. And then this is when the daughter commits Grand Theft Auto. Just because she doesn't know he's back there yet. She steals a car.
All I've got here is someone says they Googled it. And clearly
it's when he turns up
and says there's not another lawyer for 35 miles around.
He Googled it, and I'm like, should have zingled it.
Nice. Yep. I didn't get that joke though that he Googled it, because had they mentioned earlier that he doesn't Google things or something?
No, I didn't understand that either.
Was that left on the cutting room floor a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay,
they put the 2-minute-long car opening scene in, but they cut the joke out from earlier. Yeah, because I wondered why they showed that man with the bricks tied to his pedals. I didn't understand what that was for. But I thought, it's clearly foreshadowing, isn't it?
Yeah. So
for a completely pointless chase.
Sophia doesn't know that Joel's back.
No, and she's planning to drive all the way 800 miles. On one tank of petrol in a knackered old pickup truck. That ain't going to happen, is it, really? They give chase, but for some reason, their car runs out of petrol. Literally 20 metres down the road.
So he finds the smallest bike there is.
He finds literally that bike from The Simpsons that Homer has to ride.
It's just Brolin at the start of the Goonies.
Yes, it's and he's giving chase on that and manages to maintain speed until she careens. She avoids a turtle in the road, careens it into a field, which he then can't maintain integrity of the bike. And
so he has to run.
Takes a burden off that bike, though, doesn't it?
A bit of slapstick comedy, which I quite enjoyed.
He then chases her. She drives the car into a quite shallow-looking river.
Yeah, shallow as we find out.
She opens the door, throws her bag in, watches it sail off, and then just goes, "Best do the same," and jumps in. And I was like, "Stay in the car. It ain't going anywhere." A big pickup truck. They weigh a ton.
What was possibly in the bag? Did we see what was in the bag?
Was it not her secret map?
An apple and a map, I think. That's all she put in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's it?
Clearly an idiot child, because 800 miles, you're going to need more than an apple, aren't you? You're going to need cash, for one thing.
Also, she's
probably a gun to some people.
Trying to drive a pickup.
Well, it's New Mexico.
So she falls in. She's drowning all of a sudden because she can't swim, even though she just jumped into a river nonchalantly.
Yeah, just best commit suicide.
I can't swim.
Joel dives in after her, rescues her by making her swim towards rocks.
This is where his training comes in, because he cycled.
He's run, and he's swum.
Yeah. He is Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah. Bow, bow.
Bow, bow, bow.
We did hear some AC/DC as well at this point.
No, we did not. They can't
Iron Man 2.
You can't license
AC/DC, isn't it? Iron Man 2 is all AC/DC.
They rescue her. They have a bit of a hug. And
they stand up in the water that they were drowning in.
Everything is forgiven.
Everything is fine.
And then 1 year later.
1 year later for the laziest 60-second epilogue of all time.
Yeah.
Galileo Law. He called it after Galileo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't just call it Joel Taco Man Law Firm, would you? I don't know what his surname is. I can't be bothered.
Don't think they ever mentioned.
He is making smoothies now because he was obsessed with his health before.
Yeah.
For some reason, the daughter is serving before school, which must be some sort of child labour laws being violated. Yeah, I did like the fact that she was never in school, but she must be violating some sort of labour laws.
It's New Mexico.
And then her mum stands up to reveal that she is pregnant. The daughter goes, "We're not getting any younger." They all laugh like idiots.
Says, "Food is love," because that's the tagline on the poster, I think.
Yes. And then it cuts to the wall where they have a picture of the twinkly-eyed man that we saw before. And I'm assuming that's Joel's grandfather.
Yeah, Joel's grandfather outside the original Tortilla Bell hut.
Was it?
King, yeah.
I missed that part.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't click.
And then fade to black.
Sense. Yeah, fade to black, credits.
I gave this a 5 out of 10.
I'm going 5, man, yeah. Bang on.
Well, it was okay. It was a bit,
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed this. This is the best one we've watched so far for me. I really enjoyed that. I don't know if that's because I actually quite like the main actor in it, but I gave this a solid 8.1.
Okay. That's fine.
Throwing the curve completely off.
It was good. It just did nothing for me.
No. I'll put an asterisk next to that one.
I think, like most of these films, if you catch you in the right mood, in the right frame of mind, it can turn from a slog into something that's quite enjoyable.
I said I enjoy it. It flew by. It was just...
Yeah, there was no point. Some of these films, you're looking at the clock going, oh my God, we've only had 20 minutes.
Yeah.
This one wasn't one of those where you're looking at the clock.
It moved along at a brisk pace.
Yeah. I paused it and I was like, God, there's only 20 minutes left of this now.
We've still got a car chase to go. After the 6.
Where's
Oh,
the
no.
arsehole
Actually,
turn?
no. I'm going to go up to 6, Anthony, because of the sexy cornflake dance. Because that's the best thing I've ever seen.
I would have given it a 4, but for the sexy cornflake dance.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
19.1.
Okay. It's that time.
Greg Fox. Greg Fox.
Right. Now, I'm expecting good things here because there's a load of people in this.
It goes to show that it's just like, what do you do when it's actually famous actors with an actual fucking biography? Right, well...
You tell us all about the famous actors and what they've done.
Indeed. Joel.
So Joel, this week 20 minutes here whilst Craig does his facts.
Right, I'll
have a rest.
Have a slash, yeah.
Joel, who was played by Santino Fontana, who is best known for playing Hans in Frozen.
I thought he was best known for that hit Smooth with Rob Thomas.
Indeed. Just like the ocean.
Sweet
Under the moon. He was in the very first series of musical TV show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend before he thought better of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. My missus said that, yeah.
He was the best thing about that show, and when he left, it was like, for fuck's sake. And also, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Was that a musical?
Yeah, every week they did like 2 musical numbers.
Okay.
Varying styles.
It was the guy from Fountains of Wayne, wasn't it, who did the music?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he did all the. It literally, they must have done about
the guy who
50
died.
Different genres.
Yeah, he died
in that
last
film.
year, I think. Yeah,
I think he did the music for that film, Tom Hanks film, That Thing You Do, as well.
He did that thing you do.
He did a lot of stuff like that. It's a shame, yeah.
It's worth a watch. It gets very dark towards the end, but there's some very interesting. There's some fun songs in that first series. So yeah, he was in that, and he's also a Tony Award winner for Tootsie the Musical.
Okay.
So actual massive award-winning actor in this one.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Fourth of the way to an EGOT. Following that, playing Javiera, we had, butchering this name surely, Dania Ramirez.
Yep. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, who starred in X-Men: The Last Stand.
That's who?
I can't remember who it was. It was obviously one of the naughty mutants.
Yeah.
Last Stand is the rubbish one where there's about 20 million like evil mutants.
Yeah, one of them's like a fish man that can make
play
spikes.
Professor X.
Yeah.
You could play Professor X, Andy, with that head.
Thank you.
I'll just break your legs now, and
then. She was also in Heroes.
Yes.
Obviously,
not the good first
series.
season.
Yeah. Well, not the mediocre first series, the really bad later series.
Not the really good first season.
She was also in the live-action adaptation of Fat Albert.
I didn't know they did a live-action version of it. Wow.
Yeah, with Keenan from Keenan and Kel as Fat Albert.
Really? I must have to hunt that down.
When was that made? Because for the last
15,
20 years, he's been on SNL. So.
I was going to say, I'm assuming like late 90s.
Yeah, it will have been like a few years after Good Burger.
I'm gonna guess it's like Adult Swim or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, and because they were all so boring, I thought we'll do a third actor this time. So playing Sophia, the daughter, we had Mackenzie Moss, who was in Steve Jobs, the good Steve Jobs film, the Michael Fassbender one.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, not the Aston Kutcher one, the other one. She is one of the stars of the Pup Star series, which seems to be a talking dog series of films that consist of Pup Star, Better Together spelt with a 2.
Nice, I'm a fan of
obviously.
Pup Star World Tour and Pup Star Christmas. So a full series of talking dog films that we've never
Were
heard
these,
of.
straight to TV films by any chance?
They were. They were by chance. And
they are going on the list.
Don't make me watch Pup Star.
Star's my choice for next week.
Oh, do you not remember?
It's like a B-list fucking Air Buddies.
B-list?
What was the cat one we watched at Christmas? Like, that was bad enough.
No, I can't remember. Something pause.
Pause, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And drum roll, please. She was also in CSI.
Cyber.
Which one?
No, Vegas. Original OG again. I think it seems like everyone nobody's appearing in
This is the
Cyber.
kid.
Yeah, the kid, when she was 4 years old, was in CSI.
Wow. It's brutal.
4 years old, she played Ice-T.
She played the murderer.
It's just business.
Just business. This was directed by Jay Silverman, who is not really done anything of any note. A film called The Secret Things of God.
Okay.
A film called Moving Mountains.
About the shaman, that I'm guessing.
Yeah. And a TV movie called Zackland, The Shiny Surprise.
Yes, please. I want to watch Zackland, the Shiny Surprise. Yes.
Zackland. Like the name Zack.
Yeah, as in Zack. As far as I can tell, it looked like it was a TV pilot that had Zack going into Zackland with a zany bunch of characters. It was just like, oh dear me.
And a shiny surprise.
Apparently the shiny surprise.
That's what he calls his anus.
Was it a bedazzled penis? Or?
No, it was his anus.
Okay.
He got bum luck.
He did indeed get bum luck.
Nice.
This film debuted on VOD before eventually ending up on HBO.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
HBO bought the streaming rights to this. It premiered at the Santa Barbara International Film Festival on February 9th in 2018, according to the website.
Okay. They thought enough to purchase it off the back of that?
Yeah, apparently.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a cast and crew premiere there, apparently. No pictures. There's literally, you go into the news section of the offthemenumovie.com website, and it's a lot of reviews, and then right at the bottom it's like, cast and crew premiere. I was like, pictures, anything, something? No, just a title. Okay.
A dead link. Oh, that's sad. Yeah. I'd like to have seen.
That'd be fun. And as this is VOD, there are no ratings or stats or any nonsense like that. No. Throwing that particular part of the script out of the way.
Because you know that Danny Trejo would have showed up.
Oh, yeah.
He always does, doesn't he? He loves it. Is that it?
That is it for Craig Facts this week.
Say your line.
Joel's reviews.
He's not. Thus ends Craig Facts. That's the line.
Oh, sorry. Thus ends Craig Facts. I got excited for Joel's reviews.
I know.
Joel's reviews.
Stop trying to make it happen. We're going with the compliment sandwich again, but the opposite.
Oh, we're going with the double down.
Yeah, so this is by Andrew Y. 065358 from April 2018. Unoriginal and lacks chemistry. I wasn't going to review this movie until I saw the other glowing reviews. There is nothing you haven't seen 100 times before and done a lot better. The leads lack chemistry and the story is predictable. The lead male is unlikable and his girlfriend quite rightly leaves him. He travels to a small town in New Mexico and gets the girl. I have no idea why. Did you watch the film?
Yeah.
Also, if you check out the actors, they are from everywhere except New Mexico or even Mexico. Bit of a shame. Okay.
He knows New Mexico's not Mexico, right?
Yeah, I was going to say they're not even like near each other. The
They
language,
can have heritage.
yeah, the language and accents are all wrong because they're not. Okay, I'm tired of friends and family rating these types of movies way above where they should be, so I'm giving it a 2. It just doesn't add to the genre.
He's
so
just bitter.
That would appear that he's just he's angry at the rest of his family.
I feel like he went up for an acting role in this film and didn't get it.
He was going to play sassy assistant.
Okay.
He's from
No.
Right. This is a bit of a weird positive review because I think this man is on a register. Very enjoyable movie by JJ Rasil, load of numbers. from March 2020. So just before the pandemic hit, he thought, I'm going to put this on the internet for everyone to know. If you like Latina women, and if you find it heartwarming when women are genuinely sweet and can cook, then you will enjoy this movie. And you will most definitely fall in love with the female lead. I really enjoyed this movie. If you like movies like Fools Rush In, then it's a lot that you will like On the Menu as well. It's a feel-good late-night flick for men and women. I think he's just got a thing for Hispanic women, to be honest.
Did he just name-check the Matthew Perry, Salma Hayek classic Fools Rush In?
Yep.
Good Lord.
Which has a subplot about hot dogs, as I remember.
Never seen it.
Yep, it does. Yeah.
I want to
But
see
if
that.
you like Latina women, mate, you know the internet exists. And finally, this is just like a weird one that I couldn't get out of my head. Emily Ustana, 19, September 2018, entitled Regret for Watching.
Regret for watching.
Good view, but lack chemistry and lack storyline. I'm Sonny Dania Ramirez. You acting was bad. Overall, I'm disappointed with this movie. Thank you.
All right. Manners at the end, anyway.
I'd like politeness. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it seemed overly whelmingly positive reviews. Only a couple of people going, it's the sort of thing you've seen before. It's seen before, but it's done well. I've no major issue with this film other than the fact that just didn't.
Oh, absolutely.
Didn't float my boat. Sorry.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
No, I'm with you on that. But we got serial dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
hold me closer, serial
Win-win.
dancer.
In conclusion, that was Off the Menu. Any thoughts on
next week is
It's
your
poll week.
Poll week.
Your choice.
You get to vote in what we have to watch. And
Indeed.
from the looks of it, we've set up a couple of corkers.
Get ready for this.
There'll be a slight change to the rules. We're going to put the captions on underneath without telling you who it is because we feel that prejudiced some people last time.
There was some tactical voting against Joseph from family members.
Yes. So it's going to go up completely blind. Find it on Twitter and whatnot. I don't know whether I can do it on Facebook and shit, but
I think we'll just leave it on Twitter this time.
When's that going up, Joseph?
Wednesday. Wednesday normally.
Wednesday
for a couple of days.
Yeah, for a Friday deadline on your voting.
Friday announcement.
Yes.
Grant?
That'd be a nice thing.
Yeah, Bill, you're right.
Thanks.
So long as the one that we all want to win wins. If you'd like to keep up to date with all things Hallmark of Greatness, as we said, you can follow us on Twitter at Hallmark of Great, Instagram at Hallmark of Greatness, or give us any recommendations or anything you think we may miss from any of the films at hallmarkofgreatness@gmail.com. Any final thoughts from either of you?
Food is love.
Food is love.
Bye!